Hello everyone, hope you're doing well. Mr. Crypto Tracker is here with another weekly update. As you probably noticed, I didn't publish any updates over the last 2 weeks, and probably you saw on the news that what's going on in Iran these days. Protests continue in Iran after the death of a 22-year-old woman in the custody of the country's so-called morality police. But I prefer to call it mortality rather than morality police. This is the photo of that young girl. Her name is Mahsa Amini, also known to family by her Kurdish name Jina. She was detained for apparently violating the police's standards for modesty. Some of her beautiful hairs were not properly covered by that mandatory hijab in Iran, and the police killed her because of that. Can you believe this? In 2022, in a country in this world, the government, the regime killed their innocent people only because of a few hairs that they didn't properly covered by hijab. Anyway, I'm originally from Iran. However, I moved from that country a few years ago, and currently I'm living in the US. But still, my heart is in Iran, and when something like this happens, it dramatically destroyed me. Let me say, destroyed me. And so I wasn't in a good mood to make any videos over the last 2 weeks. And as you probably noticed on my Twitter, most of my tweets was about those things happening in Iran. Anyway, so let's take a look at the market and see what's happening in the market. And please let me keep this photo here in this video. Let's start with Bitcoin and see what's happening in Bitcoin. This is Bitcoin, and in one of my previous videos, I talked about this in detail, and also I showed you this long-term trend line. Here we can see the price just break this trend line to the downside, and over the last 3 weeks the price was ranging in a very tight range. But we have two important price levels here. Let me label it. This is the resistance, very important resistance, and this is our support. However, these are price level here. Let me label it. This price level here would be more important than this one, but this is our first important resistance. And also I talked about this chart before. I tweet about it and talked about it in our previous videos, and still this is my plan, and I think this would be the next move for Bitcoin. It goes to this support area, and then after that we can see some sort of bounce and probably another leg to the downside. But I will start buying Bitcoin from these levels, or if Bitcoin breaks this important resistance to the upside, then I will look for a good entry. And if you are a long-term holder, you can buy in any drops. That would be a good scenario for you. If you don't have enough skills for trading on daily basis, that would be a good option, and that would be so helpful in the long run. So let's go to the daily time frame and see what's happening in the daily. So here we are in the daily. Let me hide this trend line. We are here in the daily. If I put it on the line chart, I can draw this trend line. Let's go back to candlestick. Here we are. The price is right at this trend line support. If it can break this trend line to the downside, probably we will see the lower levels. And if this trend line can hold the price can go to the higher levels. And the first resistance is here around $22,800, and the next one is here. Let me adjust it, like this would be a better area. And always don't forget, don't look at the support and resistance as a single point or single line. Always keep it in your mind. We have a zone of support and a zone of resistance, not just a single point or single line. This is for Bitcoin. Let's go on Ethereum, see what's happening here. I talked about Ethereum in my previous videos, and nothing happens, nothing important happens. And over the last 3 weeks, price were ranging in this tight range. And again, we have another trend line here, and we have two scenarios. If this trend line cannot hold it, then the price probably will go to the lower levels probably. I expect to see the price goes and test again the $1,000 area. Also, I will talk about a stablecoin index dominance, USDT dominance, USDC dominance, and also I will take a look at the Ethereum Btc chart. Let's start with Ethereum Btc chart. This is my last tweet about this chart right at the top, and I said I think here is the end of the story for Ethereum rally against Bitcoin. And as you can see, it get rejected from these levels and goes to the lower levels. I cannot imagine Ethereum can go to the higher levels against Bitcoin, at least in the short term. So this is my view about Ethereum. Let's go to a stablecoin index chart. I talked about this chart in my previous videos, and also I tweeted about it. This is the weekly time frame. Actually, this chart shows the dominance of all the stable coins in the crypto market. We are in a very long-term channel, and here we talked about these two important support and resistance areas. The price was here, and I talked about it and said if it goes to the lower levels, we can see a rally in the market, and that rally happened. And again, we are in this support. If this support can hold, and if the dominance starts going to the higher levels, we can see a drop in the market. Let's go and see the USDT dominance. This is the USDT dominance chart. I talked about this channel before, and in the daily time frame, I also talked about these two important areas. It was our main resistance, and you can see the dominance broke this resistance to the upside, and if it can continue to go to the higher levels, we can see a drop in the market. And the story is a little bit different about USDC. To be honest, I don't know the exact reason why USDC dominance going down while USDT dominance is going to the higher levels, but this is what's happening in the market. One reason would be those players, those big players in the market, they just change their USDC to USDT, or they cash out these can be the reason for this change. The next chart I'm going to take a look is the BTC Dominance chart. This is the dominance. We can see a support line here, and we have a support area here. If this is my expectation, if the market drops to the lower levels, we can expect to see the dominance of Bitcoin start going to the higher levels since people prefer to change their altcoins to the Bitcoins in bear markets. Usually it happens in the bear markets. And also this is the Bitcoin market cap. I talked about this a lot on my Twitter. You can go and search it on my Twitter, but let me see. Let me find any tweets about it. I have a few tweets. So I have a lot of tweets here on the chart. So this, this is one of the tweets, but I think I had more tweets. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I talked about it in my Twitter a lot, and I talked about it when the BTC market cap was somewhere here, and I expect to see it goes to this level. Right now it's right under support, and if the Bitcoin price cannot hold this level and it goes to this lower support, I expect to see the BTC market cap goes to the lower levels. And let's take a look at the total market caps too. Again, we have a long-term trend line for the total market cap. This area was the previous support, which turns into a resistant area. And and I expect to see the price drops to actually it's not the price, the market cap drops to these lower levels, and this area would be the first support. Let me change it to another color. Okay, so this is all for today, but before I finish this video, let me talk about a few short-term trades. Right now I'm watching Sushi Swap and also Matic. They are right below a resistant area and daily time frame. Here would be a resistant, and also for Matic, we can see price going down to the lower levels. But right now I didn't take any trades since it's weekend. I prefer to wait for tomorrow and see what will happen in the market. Then I will get these trades. Also keep Ripple in your watch list. It shows a very good rally over the last 2 weeks, I think, almost 70%. And it would be a good time to see some sort of retracement or maybe trend reversal, I don't know. But these two areas are very important resistant, at least for me. You can add these coins, these projects to your watch list, and if it gives you good confirmation, you can enter to this trade. Also, don't forget about money management. Don't go with big size in any trades. It will destroy your account. I recently published a course on money management on Udemy website. I will put the link in the description. In this compact course, which so far has 107 students with 5 rating score, I talked about all the important aspects of money management. Of course, you can search about money management on the net and on YouTube and find a few good resources, but I try to get together all those important factors in one compact course. It's 47 minutes, and also the first 2 episode is free. You can go and watch it for free, and if you feel this course would be helpful to you, you can buy it and watch this video. Also, I have a Telegram channel where I usually share my trade ideas there, You can join me there. I will put the link in the description, and we can learn together. We can share our ideas there. We can discuss about it and learn from each other. Have a good time and see you in the next video.